Ruben, welcome back to the channel. Really excited to have a chat to you about sales and how you've been able to convert, a lot of these customers. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So, man, like I think your story is something that's pretty incredible. Like I guess I'll let you take it from here, but like tell us, a bit of background. Obviously, if people can watch, they can watch the last video. About the success and everything you've seen, but you know, tell me more about like before us, where you're at, and then obviously the sales journey that you've been having with these clients over the last sort of couple of months.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just started earlier this year, and I wasn't really doing much, and just kind of word of mouth type stuff.
Yep.
Friends, family, the odd person who recommended me, yeah. And then you guys called me out, and I was a bit, "How you going?" I'm not sure to spend this money, but then it's worked out, and I've been busy as like I don't even know what to do with myself. Like I've obviously being a business owner for the first time. I don't know. I'm still learning, so it's a bit overwhelming, but it's
Yep.
good though. I'd rather
Man,
be busy than not be busy.
definitely. I mean, that's a good problem to have because I know, yeah, you were skeptical jumping on board. You didn't know where your next lead and job was going to come from. And then, you've had record-breaking months. Is that
Mm.
right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, man. Like,
Mm.
what's been your biggest month so far? You even
Oh,
know?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't honestly couldn't tell you. 100K plus, maybe. I'm not
100K
sure.
plus, damn. That's a
I
solid dude,
reckon.
man. That's
Yeah,
that's
felt.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So like what I want you to share with people is the sales process, right? Because you're obviously converting at such a high rate. Obviously, I'm not sure your conversion rate. I don't know if you know, but I would safely assume it's probably like 35, maybe 40 something
Mm.
percent, which is incredibly high. We've probably got one other client doing that in Queensland. So I kind of wanted to just, hear it from you. Like, how have you been able to do it? Like, as soon as leads come in, what's your process?
Um, as soon as they come in, I try and contact them as fast as I can. And then being a one man show, it takes me a couple of times. I'm usually on the tools, takes me a bit, but
Yeah.
usually contact me as fast as I can, try and get a quote booked in as soon as I can. And then, yeah, just be myself when I look up, say, how you going? And I usually try and just communication and honesty, realistically. Honestly, what I'm going to do, this is how much it costs. If you want more expensive stuff, this is what it costs, just
Yep.
honesty, really, and open communication. People like seem to like, and yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And how many times are you sort of contacting these people? Like, if they don't answer?
Yeah, so I'll usually contact them first,
Yep.
or if they don't respond to like the automated messages, I'll
Yep.
just contact them. Usually again the next day and another time, and then I'll usually leave it a couple of days, one more before I usually consider it cold, I guess.
Yep.
And then, but yeah, most of the time people do respond because I usually just because a lot of people just ignore texts. Like even
Yeah.
myself, like I get so many text messages a day. I just call them. Usually, probably 80-90% of the time they pick up.
Yep.
Way easier to book them in, way easier to get the job when you call them.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing and just being myself.
And are you when you're calling them, how long's the conversation? What's the conversation like? Are you trying to book them in for an in-home quote? Are you doing it over the phone?
Yeah, so depending on the job, if it's like a replacement or like an easy job, I can usually just go to the phone.
Yep.
But if it's like a new install, I'll probably go there, have a look.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And when you're doing like, okay, let's say you're doing an in-home quote, how far out will you book it? Like how far out? Because I assume you want to book it as quick as possible,
Mm.
right? When it's really fresh in their mind.
Yeah. I'll try and squeeze it in on my calendar as easy as I can. But if I'm booked out, like I try to get there within a week or two.
Yep.
Some people are pretty um, fine with that because it is summer, it is the
Yeah.
busiest time, and I feel like a lot of companies are the same. So yeah, within 2 weeks I try and get there, but I can usually squeeze it in on my way home or way to a job. Um,
Yep. Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. And what's I guess, how long are your typical conversations, right? Like what do you have a set process when you call these leads, or are you just kind of playing it by ear?
Just play by ear, just see what type of person they are, and then I usually just react to that.
Yep.
Um,
Okay. Yep. So you're
yeah,
reacting to what sort of person they are. If they're
yeah,
direct, you be direct. If they're
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So you're mirroring. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you have any insight, like why, like really think about this? Like, why do you believe you've been able to convert so many people? Because, like, look,
Honest.
the reason I ask is because, everyone's got different closing rates. Like, I think it's down to the individual. Like some people convert at 10%, some people convert at 15, 20, 25. You seem to be an outlier. So I'm trying to extract what you're kind of doing that other people can kind of implement.
Um, I'm honestly just going to repeat myself. It's honesty, honestly, because a lot of people feel like they're getting upsold all the time by people that come to the door. I just sell them what they want, what they need, and then I offer. I say, "This is what you need. This will get the job done." And then I say, "If you wanted extra, we can do this." And most of the time, they do want, Wi-Fi or extra
Yeah.
things. And but yeah, I just honest and say, "This is what you need. But if you want more, this is what happens." And then usually they say yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Mm,
you're just being super down to earth,
yeah.
super trusting, like just, hey, here are your
Mm,
options. It's completely up to you, just being that expert. Here's what
mm,
I recommend, but the choice
yeah.
is yours. What would
Yeah.
you say three tips are, for, I don't know, like people just getting started or even, people that have been had an HVAC business for a long time. Like what would you
Mm.
say three tips are when it comes to sales and converting leads into customers that you'd give people?
Um, I guess I would say communication, being open and honest, and the third one probably just I don't know, being there for what they need. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So customer experience is is
Yeah.
is is big customer service.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's something that's lacking, a lot of.
Yeah. I haven't even really. It's like it's not really a secret sauce. I don't
No,
really.
there's no secret sauce. That's the thing.
It's just honest. I know a lot of like because I've been on the other side of it. I know when someone's like coming up to the door, bullshitting
Yep.
me, like blah blah blah. I feel like if I kind of just reversed it and said, well, what would if I was the customer, who do I
Yep.
want coming to my door?
Yep.
That's who I am.
That's a great mindset. I love that.
Mm.
That's man. I know we took a small pause, but I'm definitely going to include that that little
Yeah.
clip in. I think that's a gold. Like that's gold, right? Putting yourself in the customer's
Mm.
shoes. I guess how have you sort of found like organization wise, right? Like your account is super super organized. I was having a look through it before in the system. How have you sort of found like does that play a big part in helping you convert leads and that?
Yeah, 100%. Because there's so many leads coming in, and then leads from months ago will come respond to you again after being cold, and then you're like,
Yeah.
it's just overwhelming. But it's 100% you need to be on top of the organization because you will just forget. And I've already like even being so organized, I've forgotten so many people.
Yeah.
But it's just this is what happens, unfortunately. But I stay
Yeah.
on top of it. Stay on top as much as you can.
Yeah, I think what you just said,
Mm.
you know, about not only keeping on top of things, but putting yourself in your customer's shoes is a great piece of
Yeah.
advice for people and just being human,
Mm.
rather than just trying to go in there and try to sell them, the next thing or upsell them and that, just being,
Mm.
genuine and who you are. I think that's just who you are as a person. I think the first time we met, you were just like such a down to earth, nice, like that's the vibe I got, down to earth,
Mm.
nice bloke, you know, like someone that cares, about doing a good service. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's who you want to do business with, but that's sort of that vibe that I got from you just from day one. That definitely helps, with these people. Is there
Yeah.
anything else like sales wise that you think people could do to? help increase their chances of, converting?
Um, I mean, there's not really a secret technique. I guess it's just, yeah, I don't know, yeah, just being there and yeah, exactly, just putting yourself in customer shoes, really, and just yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
it.
Fantastic. Awesome, Ruben. Well, look, no, I really appreciate you jumping back on the channel and kind of sharing your insights over the last, what, about 2 months or so since we've been working together. That's incredible stuff. And yeah, like the
Hmm.
conversion rate is obviously through the roof. So yeah, I'm sure people will get a lot of value from
Yeah,
this.
they're good. No worries.